What are his thoughts about you? And what would he like to say to you? Hi, beautiful soul. I'm Mystic Mia Moksha, and thank you for joining me here on Mostly in the Moment for another Love Pick a Card reading. We're looking at his thoughts about you, his thoughts about how you handle relationships, what he would like to say to you, what's kind of the vibe there between the two of you, and Spirit's message for you in regards to this connection. This was one of those readings that you think it's going to be like light and fluffy, and it does start out that way, but it gets so real and raw and in a real loving way too. And it just goes to show that in the collective, a lot of folks are getting ready for grand love to enter their life, and this is kind of what it takes to have that grand love and to get there. So it's really exciting, but it's kind of one of those things where with spiritual things, you kind of think of it as things unseen, things in your mind and in your emotions. But this is where you get to see raw love in action in the physical. And I don't know, it's going to leave you stunned, hopefully, and positively. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the reading, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 3, the Carnelian. We're looking at what his thoughts about you are and what he wants to say to you. Okay, so what are his thoughts about you? Iris, rainbows and messages. They feel like you're a very cheery person, or you have the tendency to be that rock when someone needs them. Like you have this ability to sense when someone's down, something more is going on with someone, and you kind of pull out this like cheery side of you, even if you're not feeling good yourself. You know when someone else needs like a bit of light and happiness more than you do. They see this time and time again. I'm hearing that like you constantly put others first when you know that they're suffering more than you. And then also when you're just happy, when you're not, in a bad place and you're in a good place, you are just a well of sunshine and rainbows. Like everything that comes out of your mouth is so happy, so interesting, so passionate, so helpful, never ending well of light and love. So they see this about you, like that you're so giving and caring and nurturing towards others, but also like that's like when you're at your worst. Like you know when someone is in a rougher place than you. But if they're not, you know how to communicate and say like, hey, I need a minute. Like I'm dealing with something a little bit tough here. But you can definitely recognize when someone's going through a tougher time than you. Multiple train whistles, so it feels like, yeah, you're just like, I'm getting the number 77. You're always on track. You're always following your heart. You're always doing what you know is the right thing to do, whether it's putting your emotions aside to help someone else because they're going through something tougher, or communicating to someone when you literally can't breathe and need to help yourself. And then when you're good, you're like a unicorn. Like you poop rainbows. Like there's no wrong you can do. The moon. Satisfy emotional needs. Nurture self and others. Yes, 100%. Yeah, definitely. That is the energy I definitely picked up on. You fulfill people's emotional needs. You're very emotionally mature. You have a high EQ. You have like emotional intelligence. You have a very deep understanding of people and the complexity of nature. You're a true empath for sure, but like mastered empath. Like you've mastered like when to butt in, when to butt out. When you need to take care of yourself, when you have to put yourself aside for someone else. Yeah, your person, pile 3, really, really notices that. Okay, so what does he think about you? Ace of Roses. Okay, so whenever you two first met, like they cannot get that out of their head. You have the best first impression with them. They will forever, I'm getting, hold you as a goddess in their mind because of the way you first came out. You first came off to them when you first met them. So there's like no wrong that you can do. They'll always see you in that first light, the first way they saw you. So no matter what you feel like you look like now, how you feel like you're doing in life, whether you're doing great or not as far as long as you thought you would, doesn't matter. This person will always, always, always see you as that goddess, as they first did when they first met you. So they'll always see you that way. Very young and pretty and brave and very feminine, I'm getting. Very sensual. Very, very pretty. Bold. Strong. Fun to hang out with. Extremely fun to hang out with. And just a joy. Just a joy. Your commitment is being tested. Okay. So they also want to kind of they kind of see, maybe I feel like you might be like kind of struggling with where you are or what you're doing next in your life a little bit, maybe. I feel like it's really hard to kind of shake you when you have chosen something. So if you have chosen a mate or chosen like a path to go on, a career or some sort of goal, some sort of, long-term project, it's hard to kind of shake you from that once you've chosen it, once you've kind of like, set your goals there, set your eyes on it. But I feel like your person kind of can sense it or has been seeing on social media or just from you hearing, whether you're telling them straight up or just they're picking up on it, that something is like something is being tested within you. Like whether this long-term goal is worth it for you, if you're cut out for it, if you can come over, like get over this challenge, get over this obstacle, this hurdle. And they see you as someone who's like bold and strong from like day one, right? So it's hard for them to confront that you have your bad days, that you might not be as confident as you used to be in this connection or in whatever goal that you're like kind of second guessing right now. And they don't like to see you that way. They have a hard time seeing you that way. They have a hard time seeing you anything but perfect. They do recognize it though, that you do have your hard days, and even when you're feeling down, you kind of step up for others if they need you. That you do achieve like really tough challenges and goals. You're like a go-getter once you have your like mindset on something. So they are kind of seeing like, oh, like pile 3 must be going through something if like they're this shaken, this doubtful about their long-term commitment, because you're someone who like likes to see something to the end. Wow. So this person really knows you. They know you really well. Okay, so what would they want to say to you? What would they like to say to you? I replay our conversations over and over. Yeah, again with like the first impression, and then like they see you as this like unicorn, perfect angel, like goddess kind of energy. They often think about you in that first energy when they first met you and you two first hung out and talked or whatever. They often see you in that way. It's really hard for them to shake the way they see you, because they really see you in that really, really pleasant light. So it's hard for them to see how time has changed you, maybe circumstances have changed, and how you might be a different person, better, or maybe like not as perfect as they first imagined, but like everyone has flaws. This might be someone that you were with and then kind of took a long break with, ended up friends with, and little to no communication with, or someone you've been together for a very long time and they're kind of realizing that you need them. You need them to see you in the circumstances you're in right now, and they're not like paying attention. They're not really seeing it. I feel like they have a hard time seeing you like as weak and someone who needs help because you're so strong, or you like kind of at least portray that outwardly that you're really strong. And so they need like reminders constantly that like you're just a normal human being that has issues like everyone else, you know, because they often think of you in the carefree, solves all the problems, confident, beautiful woman that you were like when they first met you. And I feel like you knew too. Like I feel like you were really confident when you met them, or you know, on top of your game, or you just kind of knew how to make them like you or something like that in the beginning of the connection. So you knew how you were coming off to them, but it doesn't disregard the fact that like you're a person with just as many issues as everyone else. Because so what else would they want like to say to you? Take note. Your answers are being given to you. Quieting external voices and excessive noise will give you the chance to hear what is being offered. Okay, so I'm getting vice versa. So either you need to kind of quiet your world right now. Like I feel like it's too much noise going on. Like people, places, things, responsibilities, tasks, things you feel like you should be doing, where you think you should be in life right now, or where you think you should be in this love connection or your love life right now. Spirit's like, just quiet all that and look at what's right here in front of you that's being offered. Or it could be vice versa. They need to kind of quiet their mind and see what you're offering them. Either way, I'm getting from Spirit that this is a connection. I'm getting the full moon, and then we get the first quarter moon. So I feel like this was a really beautiful connection that you two had. And maybe it's not full anymore, but this person is still there and they still see you in a really, really beautiful light, and you still like them. So maybe I feel like Spirit is kind of like, maybe see what's here, you know, take it for what it is. Someone who's just here right now, someone who can be a friend, someone who you can grow with, someone who has potential, or someone who may just be someone that you both can help each other out with. Like you two can be there for each other right now, and forget about any titles or what you want, what they want. Like I feel like a lot of people forget that when you have long-term goals, or when you have big goals, or any goal that's worth achieving, like it's not going to happen overnight. And we get frustrated because we want love today, or we want to, you know, get this job today, or we want this much money today, or whatever, this kind of life today. And it's kind of like, you know, you're going to get that love. You're going to get that house, that relationship, that kind of money or status, or whatever it is that you want, that career, that job. You're going to get it. You know, if you're that much of like a go-getter and you're working this hard and you're consistently working at it, you're going to get it eventually, right? But it doesn't mean that you have to suffer along the way. Like, you know, you can be friends with people that are there for you, instead of being like, but this is going to take the energy away from, you know, being in a relationship, you know. And that's true. Like some exes or some romantic interests, it's kind of more draining to be around them than than helpful. But I feel like there's someone around you, pile 3, that you might have had a thing with, no matter how serious or not serious it was. It seems like this person was like a real soul friend, and that's why you two connected really well. And even though there isn't the full moon in, we have like the half moon, you can either grow something with this person in the future, or you can just take it what it is, which is like a really good friendship. Or some, like, I feel like both of you kind of really need each other right now. And so it's kind of like, quiet your mind. You're going to get that. You're going to get that relationship or that love or that goal that you really wanted. But right now, you might need your friend and they might need you. Okay, so what's like the theme here of this? Strength, yeah. I feel like you've been fighting for so long. So I don't know if you've been fighting for love or whatever this goal is for so long that you're kind of like getting tired, like exhausted, burnout kind of phase. And then Spirit's like, you probably don't want to hang around this person if they're not serious, or you want to give it more space or want to work on other things before you give this connection a shot again. Whatever it is, like, burnout is real, and sometimes you kind of have to like take what you have in front of you, use the cards that the universe gave you, and they might need you as much as you need them right now. And whether you two kind of want to be with other people or want to be with each other in the future or want to be just friends, like, Spirit's just like, there's someone around you that could probably use your strength, and they can probably offer theirs to you as well. Okay, Wheel of Fortune, yeah. Like, in this moment, in this time, right now, in front of you. Okay, is there anything that Spirit wants to say, or their higher self? Any signs or an exciting event? Okay, yeah. Because I do feel like something is about to manifest for you, and I feel like you know that, but I feel like that's why you're feeling kind of exhausted, or maybe kind of feeling like you're in a void energy. Shark, take care, there will be a loss of material wealth. And Fair Woman. Yeah, and I feel like with you, pile 3, like, I feel like you have another, like, platonic friend coming in. And you'll know this pile is for you because you'll have like a little bit of a loss of material wealth. So you might have, less income this month, or more bills, or more things to fix, or more things that break, or maybe you lose something, something like that. And that's how like, you're kind of at your wit's end. It's like, now this is happening, but that's a sign that like new energy is coming in. And I think this person you're thinking of, pile 3, this like old love interest or something like that, turned friend, turned ex, turned whatever, potential future partner, I think they're involved in this like Wheel of Fortune, like closing out the old cycle and beginning a new cycle, plus a new friend. So that's how you'll know this pile is for you, pile 3. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, I really appreciate a like or comment. It really, really helps me out. Leave a 3, pile 3. It helps me with future readings to know what pile you chose, and I'm really interested in your story if you're, if you'd like to share. But this seems very specific and detailed, so that's why I'm more interested. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 6 with the Fluorite. We're looking at his thoughts about you and what he would like to say to you. So what is his thoughts about you? Asters, elegance and patience. they feel like you have like one up on them, or one up on society, or one up on most people in the fact that you kind of do this thing where you, like, you know when you're right, or you know when someone's just angry and you have more control over your emotions in that minute or that second, or when someone's like just spewing lies to you and you know the truth, but you can hold yourself back. You don't have to be angry. You can just kind of like hold your space, hold space for them, and just be like, yeah, okay, if that's really what you think, then I guess we'll see. Or like, you know, you just kind of, you have this kind of air about you that's just kind of like better than thou. And like, you're not even trying to be, you just are. Uranus, radical change. Okay, so I feel like you've changed a lot recently, Pile 6, because it came out in reverse, where you are more elegant and more patient. So there must have been like a kind of, this has been kind of going through the collective, like while we're going into like 5D energies. Yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of a spiritual talk here, but yeah, people are entering this phase where they're just kind of blissed out. Nothing bothers them. Like, you still feel emotions, but you don't let, you have control of your emotions. You don't let your emotions control you. You can feel your emotions without like acting on them. So something has changed within you, Pile 6. And this is happening for a lot of like highly spiritual people that are entering this like, you know, 5D consciousness, Christ consciousness, whatever you want to call it, like higher level of consciousness. Around this time, we entered like age of Aquarius, so there's going to be more people who just get blissed out like this. And I feel like Pile 6, you're one of those folks that like beautiful, you know, awakened souls that are going to go through this change. You're going to look so angelic. Pile 6, you're probably already starting to look angelic. Like the way you behave, the way you act, the way people perceive you. You kind of very like poised, stoic, statuesque, like an angel, like an archangel, kind of goddess like energy. Wow. Your person notices that, Pile 6. Okay, so what are some other thoughts they have of you? Reflection. I kind of feel like your person, Pile 6, like he kind of sees you taking time to yourself right now to like think about things, think about life. A time to pause and reflect. You might have a lot of these, you might not have a lot of these, but your person definitely really sees you going through a time of reflection, whether they physically see you or they kind of see it through the things that you're doing, you're writing, what your activities are day to day, weekly, what you're writing on social media, what your friends are saying, or even what they're sensing about you. They feel that you're going through a period of reflection, and especially when it comes to romantic love, like you're taking like a break kind of to, if you're in a relationship already, like to reassess the connection, where you want to go, where do you want to see the relationship going, how to, you know, get over challenges, how to pursue some goals. If you're not in a relationship, you're kind of taking your time to like not date and kind of see, you know, what kind of person you want to date, where you see yourself, how to kind of get there. So I do see you taking some time out to kind of reflect on your love life and kind of life in general. A personal issue reaches resolution. Okay, and it came out in reverse. So I do feel like you're getting a lot of clarity right now, not just in love, Pile 6, but like in a lot of things. And so I feel like this month, whatever month you're watching this in, but I'm posting it in February. And just to throw out some more astrology. So we just have the age of Aquarius that started. You know, Pluto went into Aquarius in January. And this month, February, we have Mercury, Mars, and Venus conjuncting Pluto in Aquarius, which is a big deal because you're going to get a glimpse of your next 20 years this month. So this is a really good month to like take it easy, let information come to you, get clarity on it. Don't get like angsty about why can't I figure out, have all the pieces of the puzzles to get together right now, this second. Take a breather, let it come to you, be in that void. And I'm guarantee you that you're not just your love life, but like a lot of things in your life, you're going to get a bunch of clarity on. As long as you have the patience to get through this month beautifully. So that means like not being this like, oh, I can't believe I have to wait a month to let this clarity come in. Be like grateful. I'm having clarity come in this month. How exciting. It's not going to take all year. It's not going to take years or, months. It's going to come in this month, the beginning of it. How grateful, how beautiful. And don't use this time of patience and void being angry or doing ugly things. Make it pretty. Make it pretty. Paint. Go for walks. Get some flowers. Change your look. Clean your home. Whatever you want to do. Use it like beautifully, I'm getting. And whether you're watching this like when I posted this or another time, these readings are timeless. This is a sign that like this month, whenever you're watching it, is a powerful time of sitting in that void energy and feeling it. Because a lot of times, I learned this recently, like the manifestation technique works a lot of the times, but a lot of times people forget to just kind of sit in that void because they just want to feel that they feel uncomfortable. Like if you want like your dream job or career, like people feel angsty just like sitting there kind of waiting for it to come in. So you kind of just fill it with something that doesn't fill you. Even in love, like you're so angsty about like just being in a relationship or wanting it to come in, you're not like willing to wait for the right thing to come in. You put the manifestation out, it's going to come in, but you're not sitting in the void. You have to fill that void with this thing or that thing or the other thing. So how is it going to come in if you're filling it all the time? But yeah, some food for thought since you're reflecting anyway. Pile 6. All right, so what do they want to say to you? Pile 6. So many things remind me of you. Yeah. I feel like your person, Pile 6, is thinking a lot about you too. They're thinking a lot about you, like everything about you. Like things in the past, things currently going on, how you've changed, who you are now. Everything kind of reminds them of you. Your energy is very powerful right now. I don't know if you know. Even if you're sitting in silence or kind of keeping to yourself or being patient, oftentimes those are the times when your power is the strongest because you're not like leaking your energy out to things that don't give energy back to you. So like you're very powerful right now, and so a lot of people are thinking about you, not just your person, Pile 6, but like even past romantic interests, friends and family, and that's energy coming back to you. So, but your person especially, if there's someone closer to you, the closer they are, the more they're thinking about you right now because your energy has that much of a pull right now. You probably aren't even thinking about them that much, Spirit is saying. But they sure as hell like thinking about you. So while you're off here thinking about life and love and everything else, you might be surprised how many people are thinking about you on a daily basis, and a lot. Romantic interests specifically, but even just like friends and family that are really, really close to you. What else would they want to say to you? Safe and surrounded by love. Keep your heart open and know that you are being protected. Listen to what you know to be true and allow yourself to see and understand what is going on around you. So yes, I feel like all these people thinking about you, they're like protecting you. So you have a lot of protection around you. That's why you probably feel free to think about life in the abstract, kind of take your time thinking about things. You have a whole month. This whole month you're going to feel so protected because people are thinking about you and they're thinking lovingly about you. When people have thoughts about you and they're pleasant and they're positive and they're loving, it often sends a very beautiful protection energy around you. So I feel like Pile 6, like there's so many people who love you, not just this romantic interest, but other romantic interests, other people. And you're well protected at this time. It's like their soul can pick up on your energy and sending that love and protection to you at this time. Okay, so what is this energy about towards you? Father. Yeah, so I'm getting like that again with the protection energy. I feel like, do you know how sometimes, no matter if it's like your best friend or your kid or your parent or like just someone you know that's close to you, that like they need someone to look out for them for a little bit. I feel like they're sensing that kind of energy with you. And so your person, Pile 6, he's sending a lot of like fatherly protection and fatherly love around you. Like, so that's why you probably feel like, I don't know, some sort of stable protection around you, allowing you to kind of take your time and think about your life path like very strongly at this time. So if you feel that, Pile 6, like if you feel that your person is like just helping you out more, like actually physically, through communication, through support, or just energetically, like know that's because they really sense that you might need protection through your energy right now. So I feel like this is like their higher self being like, you need some protection, you got it. Like 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, because I feel like what you're doing is so important right now. Like whatever you're deciding, or whatever clarity, whatever you're gonna get clarity on in this like month or this next like few weeks or whatever, is going to be things that are so powerful that are going to be they're going to be very long lasting in your life. So the things that you're choosing on your path right now that you're getting clarity on are things that are going to be lasting for quite some time. Actually, I just forgot that like in the beginning of the reading, we're doing like Pluto and Aquarius. Yeah, the next 20 years or so. So that's pretty significant. I feel like this is like the masculine energy protecting the feminine energy, so the feminine energy can ground these ideas and visions and projects of importance for the next 20 years. If we're gonna go, this pile is like all spiritual, everything spiritual I can think of. We did astrology, we did the energy read, now we're doing like some twin flame counterpart light work kind of stuff. But yeah, like I predicted on my other channel, Mystic Mia Moksha, if you're interested in this spiritual stuff. It's super highly spiritual, so it's pretty good. It's good if you have some background in it. But I did a twin flame reading recently, and I've been predicting for a couple years now that around this time when Pluto goes into Aquarius in 2024 is when a lot of people are going to find their true love match, whatever you call it, divine counterparts, twin flames, soulmates, whatever, because a lot of people are going to start on their soul missions or life purpose, or like, you know, their big things for this lifetime. It could be just to create a family, create a loving home, creating a new structure for family dynamics, what it could be creating, you know, helping with education, helping with communities, helping with, you know, new harmonious kind of lifestyle and living situations for this new kind of 5D consciousness, which is like kind of more loving, more light filled. And who doesn't want a world that's filled with more light and love, unless you're dark and evil. We need to correct that, right? So some messages from spirit, or some signs and symbols. Dog far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. Oh my goodness, Pile 6. Yeah, we got that energy. Yeah, someone's thinking about you. A lot of people are thinking about you. Ah, that's so cute. What a great confirmation. Okay, what else? Wind chimes, peace and harmony. Yeah, I feel like this is although it's like don't let it frustrate you, but this is a time where you're getting a lot of clarity and it's kind of come in steps, but it's Spirit's like, do it beautifully. Peace and harmony. You might not be a hippie, but try to be for like just a month. Like, like nature stuff, things that are pretty that you can decorate your home with, natural elements, music, colors. Don't be like, oh, I don't know what to do in the next 30 minutes, next hour, this whole day. Be like, oh, let me paint, let me not stress myself out with too much work. Let me take a nap. Let me play a game. That's kind of like the vibe Spirit is saying, like, just in order to bring in this energy. Bear. Danger, especially in money matters. Okay, and especially with the Father and the Ten of Pentacles here, I do get a sense that, like, your person, Pile 6, he might be kind of taking on the brunt of the physical responsibilities at this time, especially in regards to finances, work, chores, responsibilities, like career stuff, business stuff, anything of that sort. I feel like the masculines are kind of taking priority in that right now because the feminines are doing their thing, bringing in this beautiful energy. The idea is grounding in this like high vibe stuff. So the masculines are on it. They know what they have to do. So I do feel like you're being protected in more than just one way, Pile 6. You're not just like energetically, but financially and physically too. So you might see a lot of males or masculines in your life right now kind of stepping up to help you when you need it and whatever that is, fixing the sink, fixing the car, spotting you on that payment or whatever. Maybe stepping up in the home front, just taking care of more physical things while you take care of like really, really highly energetic things. I feel like this is like the feminine ushering in the new 5D energies where the guys are also, the masculine energies are the leader. So I feel like you're going to see evidence of this, the guys protecting you, and then the feminines are going to feel safe to bring in the energies. And it happens almost like simultaneously, maybe the same day, same hour, same week kind of thing. Pile 6, sorry, your reading turned into like a very highly spiritual reading, but it's nice to do those once in a while, see who resonates. My soul fam does. So if you resonate with this, first of all, I love you, soul fam. And I would really appreciate a like or comment. Let me know, Pile 6, in the comment section. And yeah, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful Pile 9 with the Ocean Jasper. We're looking at his thoughts about you and what he would like to say to you. Let's start with his thoughts about you. New start and wisdom. Okay, so I feel like whether this is a new person or just starting the connection for the first time or reconnecting and starting the connection again, I feel like there's an energy from their side that we're doing this right this time. Like, I learned a lot from the past. And I feel like I sense that your person, Pile 9, he really feels like you're a different person. You're so much wiser now. And things are going to be really different for you from now on. In love, especially. So whether it's with them or whether it's with a new person, I feel like, whether this person is someone you want to be with or someone like from the past that's like thinking of you fondly, I do feel like this person feels like, oh yeah, Pile 9 has it together now. Like, I can see that they're gonna be a different person in the relationship now, in romantic love relationships now. Venus, what a confirmation. Yeah. Give and receive love, find value, see beauty. Yeah, so I feel like you're coming at romantic love relationships in a completely different way than you have in the past. And it's kind of refreshing. I'm getting you notice it too. You're like, yeah, I'm matured in terms of relationships. No matter what your age is, it's like, you know when you're like a different person. Just the way that you behave and think, and in this case, come at romantic love situations. So I feel like you can tell like you're at a completely different place now. What else are they thinking about you? Destiny. Oh wow. This is the Wheel of Fortune card. Oh wow. Okay, so they feel like you're in a very lucky place in your life. I'm getting that you understand who you are, what you want in love. You know how to get it. You know how to be yourself and pursue relationships that you want, or pursue what you want in the relationship you're currently in. Whatever it is, I feel like you're kind of in this really like lucky energy where you're just about to hit like the jackpot here in love. So I feel like you can sense it. Like you're like, you know when you kind of go through a couple of relationships, whether it's love or friendship or whatever it is, when you kind of grow as a person by talking to other people, by experiencing things with other people, and you kind of got it now. You're like, okay, I got this love thing. I got this relationship thing. I know who I am now. I know what the kind of relationship I want. I know what my role is in relationships, what I want the relationship to look like, how to compromise. And you kind of like, you can be like a love guru at this point with the amount of wisdom that you've kind of collected over the years, right? So your person's notices that too, pile 9. Like they like, yeah, you're gonna hit the jackpot. Like you can tell like when someone's like very mature in their energies, very talented, very gifted, a go-getter, a high achiever. Like you can tell like the kind of people that can like kind of succeed in relationships. Like they just have a good outlook on life, and they're laughing all the time, and that they're mostly optimistic and positive most of the time. They handle conflict really well. Like these are the people who you just know are good in relationships, right? And I feel like that's you now. You're that person. You might have been before, but maybe you kind of grown since then too, and you're even a better person now. Nothing will come of this situation. Void, of course. Yeah, okay, so but right now you're kind of in this void situation. So you kind of sense that you've changed as a person, but there's a new person coming in, or there's a new start coming into this current relationship or current connection, and you feel it. You know it. You sense it, pile 9. And I just talked about this recently, but like one of the things that we forget about in the steps of manifestation is just kind of being in that void energy. Most people often feel uncomfortable in that kind of waiting room energy where you kind of have to sit still and kind of like let things happen, let things manifest, slowly let clarity come in, slowly let opportunities come in. We get so uncomfortable waiting around. So a lot of us are kind of like we run at 100 miles per hour, we're just go, 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 go. We have to be constantly entertained by our little gadgets, technology gadgets, right? We have to be constantly talking to people. We have to talk to people all throughout the day with multiple chats going on our phones. And, we have to be busy, not giving us time to kind of just be in that void energy. Some of us who are more spiritually advanced, we might be able to kind of sit in that void, be patient more so, but doesn't mean that we don't get sick of it either. So that void energy is so super important when you're about to manifest something, because otherwise you're just going to fill that void with a romantic interest that isn't what you want, a kind of relationship that you don't want, a situation in your life that you don't want, and it's going to fill that void and not going to let the thing that you actually want to manifest come in. So an important part of this manifestation is to kind of set it and forget it, set the manifestation, forget about it, and don't fill that void with things that you don't want. If you want a beautiful relationship with someone, set it and forget it. You set it to that person, you set the intention, you set the prayer or the wish to the universe or to God or whatever you see as your higher power, and then don't go out there and find someone and date them and make them your boyfriend. Like that's counterintuitive. Like that doesn't work. It's counterproductive. Yeah. So like just sit in that void, and it's uncomfortable, but be friends with being uncomfortable, you know? What does it say? The people who are like so successful, they're often put themselves in uncomfortable situations, and that's why they succeed in life. I feel like that's you. Like I feel like I'm getting like winner. Like you just won. You're winning the lottery here. Like you're manifesting something huge, pile 9. And I'm getting it's not just love. I'm getting it's like life, like everything in life. So this is a huge jackpot. Like you're not just winning one game, you're winning them all, pile 9. So it's worth being in that void for a little bit. Okay, so what do they want to say to you, pile 9? You came closer than anyone, and it came out in reverse. So I feel like this person you're thinking about, pile 9, that you picked this pile for, they do think about you often, and they do think about how close you are and how both of you kind of almost made it, or kind of almost, had that thing that everyone wishes and wants, and it's kind of like a fairy tale. They feel like you two were that for each other, like almost soulmates, or like almost like had a fairy tale ending, or had the potential to, or something like that. With that potential, I feel like they're thinking about this has the foundation to kind of achieve that, or they're thinking about you fondly, you're thinking about them fondly because you're about to meet someone new. I feel like the spirit is saying like this or better, because it's always better to be open-minded and open-hearted to what the universe has in store, because it could be better than you could have ever imagined. So it could be that with this person or someone far better in a life that is far superior than you could have imagined, and you kind of have to always leave that door open, like this or better, especially if you're like single, or this connection is kind of wearing on the both of you. Okay, so what else do they want to say? Enjoy the journey. Stay present and flexible. Many changes are going on for you. Yeah, to say the least. Many changes are going on for you and around you. These changes are not only good, but necessary. Bring your awareness into the now rather than focusing on the past or the future. Yeah, so Spirit's like, we don't want you to kind of escape this like void energy right now, and like escape like with someone you could have been with, how things could have gone between the two of you. Not to think too much about the past, or too much about the future. Stop trying to escape the present. Be in the void. Feel the void. It's kind of one of those things that like when you feel emotion fully through, it's like healed, and it doesn't really come back, So, and what you get instead is like the gift or the rewards of healing that emotion or feeling through it the right way, which is like how you want to handle that emotion, rather than letting the emotion take over you and like control you in negative ways. Like feel through that emotion. I feel like it's like inner work right here for you, pile 9. It's just feel through it. Maybe take it in spurts if you need to, but I'm getting if you just let this void energy pass, if you just feel it fully through, or just like kind of distract yourself with other things at this time, like you're so golden, you're so good, like you won the jackpot already. Let it just come to you, let it just arrive for you, Spirit is saying. Okay, so what's this theme of this energy of them towards you? Silence. You're gonna hate me, pile 9. Look at this. Void, be patient, silence. You're crawling out of your skin, aren't you? Some of you are. You're like, no, don't tell me that. But I'm getting like, you won the jackpot. Just let like, you won the prize money. It's being mailed to you. Like, can you sit still until it's delivered? Can you do that, pile 9? A lot of us I know can't, you know, but the ones who can are going to get that once in a lifetime jackpot. Like, this is worth it, pile 9. If you can't, you can't. That's fine. Don't be hard on yourself. But, you know, for those who can hold out, like, this is a really, really rare chance for you to kind of manifest like so many things in your life right now. Justice in reverse, yeah, like, you're getting rid of old karma. You're getting your just desserts. You're getting all the things that you worked so hard for. You're getting all the results for that, the acknowledgement for that, the recognition and rewards of that from the universe. I'm getting like, you've caused so many good ripples. Like, I see this ripples in the justice card here. Like, if you can just do it one more time, just sit through this awkward, uncomfortable energy just one more time, it's gonna bear so much fruit, pile 9. So much. All right, so what does Spirit want to say to you? Any signs or symbols? Bull, do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Yeah, pile 9. Just get through this, like, whatever it is. Like, I feel like it's a month. That's been kind of the census from the other readings as well. But, like, this is a timeless reading. But if you're watching this when I post it, like, I'm posting it in February, it's like just get through the month. There's so much stuff happening energetically this month. Just let it happen. If you're watching this at another time, like, around this time period, this, like, the last 2 months and the next 2 months, there's like so much going on, so much change is going on. So you might feel uncomfortable. You might be like, oh, I have to sit here. I have to sit on my hands. I just be still and just don't say anything and just chill out. Like, yeah, Spirit's like, yeah, just do that for a little bit. It's not much. You'll be like so happy that you did. Extremely happy that you did. September. For some of you, you're going to see like the full results around this in September. Maybe there's like a birthday around September, but I'm getting for September, like, I'm a Libra. I'm a September Libra with Justice card. It's Libra, so I'm getting this kind of energy of like Virgo, Libra, like things are being organized in your life like you could not believe. Like, the universe, God is pulling strings left and right. Like, if you it's kind of like it will come together no matter what, but it will take longer if you don't like let it just happen. So it's still going to happen, but it might take like 8 months rather than 2 months if you kind of move around too much, because like the universe has to kind of adjust for every like decision you make or everything, like, you know, every move you make. So if you just kind of not move too much in the next like few months or something, or few weeks, like, that would be great for universe, just saying. But, you know, you do whatever you want. You do whatever your intuition tells you. And broken ring, parting the ways in either romance or business. Yes, okay. So this is the thing. While all, like, when so many big things are manifesting in your life, so many big things are going to leave your life at the same time, because you have to make space for it. So you might have already done a little bit of that in the past couple of weeks. So past couple of weeks, past couple of months, which means that you're currently in this void energy, and you're gonna see this. You're gonna see all this like beautiful new stuff come in like the next weeks and months. If you could just sit still for a little bit, or like the weeks and months after the next few weeks or next few months. I'm getting it's months for most of you. Like, so if you can just sit in this energy for like a month or 2 or 3, the months after that, it's going to very quickly bring in a rush of new stuff, but you have to kind of be okay with letting go of the old stuff. You got to sit in the void energy. So you tell spirit, you tell your universe, you tell your higher self, yes, I'm very serious about the new stuff. I'm not going to go back to the old stuff or fill it with garbage, this void. Sit in the void, and then they'll bring it to you. For some of you, it's, a few days, few weeks. For most of you, it's like few months. Few weeks, few months, yeah. It's not bad. But you're gonna know, because a lot of things that aren't good for you or that are being replaced are leaving your life, and it might be kind of a little bit jarring at first, like, oh my goodness, like I'm sitting in this void, I'm doing my inner work, I'm doing my spiritual work, I'm listening to my intuition, I'm doing what's right for me. Why is this thing leaving? Why did this thing break? Why did this situation change? And it's because your spirit is bringing in the new version of that. So if this is like an old person, that like old connection that you have a hard time leaving, and it was meant to die and you were supposed to move on, you're gonna see that you get a lot of closure around that person. But if it's a person you're meant to be with in the future, you're gonna see that like not just a lot of changes in your life, but a lot of changes in their life happens. Maybe with work stuff, home stuff, relationships, whatever, with friends, family, coworkers, whatever. You're going to see a lot of changes in their life as well. But for a lot of you, Pile 9, if you're single, you're going to see big changes in your life. Very powerful changes. And you gotta just stick through it. All right? So I hope that gives you some courage and confidence. I know it's like not like the most loving, like lovey-dovey rainbows and sparkles and sunshine kind of reading, but like I feel like when I channel, like spirit brings through what exactly viewers that watch this reading need, what the collective needs. So it's out of my hands. It's very high spec good. Take what resonates, leave the rest. But I can't tell you how much you've won the lottery, Pile 9. I know it sucks to get there from here, but not many people win the lottery like you do, Pile 9. Very, very few do. So hang strong. You got this. So with that, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, I'd love a like or comment. I really appreciate the support, and I'd love to hear what's going on if you want to share your story. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful Pile 12, the blue Aragonite. We're looking at his thoughts about you and what he would like to say to you. Start with the thoughts. What are his thoughts about you? Determination and creative achievement. All right. They definitely feel like you just completed something that was like a personal project, something that meant a lot to you, or that used your talents, skills, and abilities that you worked really hard on to achieve, or you're just about to. So you just achieved this, or you're really close to achieving this. And they see this, and they see this kind of determination in your eyes, and how hard you worked, and how beautifully you create, and they're just so inspired by you. It's kind of one of those things, it's like the souls that go through the toughest experiences and work the hardest and put in the most energy and effort and really listen to their own soul, and they sing with the universe kind of thing. Those are the people who kind of come out looking the most beautiful, because you can see like the darkness in their appearance. Like it's like you can see that they went through so much in order to be that successful, in order to be that beautiful inside and out. This person sees that in you, real depth into your soul. They really see deep into your soul. Trine, angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. Yeah, definitely. Like you can tell when someone's in their element, you know, when someone's doing that something that's so them, that they're just in the flow and they love it and they talk about it a lot or they work on it a lot, and like nothing can distract them, stop them from achieving this goal, from working on this project. It's like it's who they are. It's a part of who they are on that like canvas, or in that, on that, you know, track, that song, or in that music, or in that even on that spreadsheet, on that, in that mirror, on that, you know, whatever your creative talent is, on that camera, on that paper, in those meetings, on that computer, like whatever your talents are, you know, and at the gym, you know, maybe you're very athletic, maybe you're very artsy, maybe you're very musical, maybe you're a whiz in the kitchen, maybe you have a knack for organization, maybe you have a knack for math, maybe you have a knack for like herbs and products and colors and whatever it is. Like you can feel it when you do it. You're like, you're kind of letting your soul step aside and let kind of the universe kind of flow through you and do this thing, and you're kind of witnessing this like magic happen in front of you. It's kind of, I'm getting reminded of like, you know, YouTube videos of people working on their craft, and it's just amazing. Like, you know, when someone's like in their element, in the flow, you know, and your person kind of sees it in you when you're in that flow. What else do they think about you? The single dad, king of flutes, the king of cups. They do have this kind of very loving energy towards you. I keep getting this energy of like, you should have had a better, like you should have better like past relationships. I'm so sorry that your last relationship or your past relationship, or that really traumatic relationship happened for you, or you should have had a better dad growing up, or you should have had a dad growing up, or you should have had more like protective energies when you were younger, or when you're going through these things. Like they feel very like protective over you, pile 12. Like they feel sad that you didn't have that like kind of masculine energy to protect you as much, or in a specific situation. And they can see it, because sometimes you get very like childlike when you're around romantic love situation, and that's because you're not just like vying for their romantic love, but you're vying for their kind of like fatherly, brotherly love, or friendship kind of love from them, not just romantic love. And they see that because you have such a like lack of those other kinds of energies. I think one of the things that can really help Pile 12 for you is to like find those kind of figures, really strong masculine figures that can give you that kind of energy, to kind of release it, because it's kind of one of those things like you need like months of it, like a few weeks or a few months or several months. I'm getting like several weeks to several months of just very brotherly or fatherly kind of love energy for you to kind of approach a romantic relationship properly. Or you can do that with your like current romantic interest, or like future romantic interest, or even a current male friend that you have, Pile 12, because I feel like you have such drive. You're so well connected to source energy, whether you know it or not. Like if you're really good at what you do, whatever that is, whether that's in work or outside of work, just something in life that you're really good at and you know it, you're just connected to that flow state sometimes. You have the potential to go really far in that current talent skill, or like a different one, but you'll never know if you don't have this thing that's blocking you like released. Not that you haven't done work on it, not that you haven't acknowledged it and like done some healing in it, but like I feel like you need some really like grounded for like 4 or 5 weeks or 4 or 5 months of just that stable, like strong, healed masculine energy around you constantly. And then you can like think about romantic love. And you could do it with your, like you could do it parallel to while you're in a relationship. So you don't have to like forego being in a relationship in order to do this first. Like you can do it with your current partner or future partner if they like, you know, agree to it. Or you can do it with, you know, a fatherly or brotherly figure or both or multiple, coinciding like while you're still dating or something like that. You don't have to like forfeit a connection. But if you are single, it might be like helpful to kind of acknowledge that. You don't have to give up dating or give up an opportunity with a potential, you know, partner, but you might want to keep that in mind. Okay, your hard work is paying off. Yeah, see? Pile 12, you're doing it. Yeah, new moon in Capricorn, yeah. Like, I feel like you're a hard worker in general. Like, I feel like you had to work hard in order to kind of compensate for other things that were lacking in your life, whether that was love or relationships or family connections or friendships or a lack of knowing who you are or what you're meant to do in this lifetime or some traumatic experiences. I feel like you always kind of had to like you compensated for a lot of things by working really hard always. You might, even if people call you lazy because you're just in the bed all the time, it's like you're working through a lot of things. People don't know what you've gone through and what you've experienced and how tough it was for you, you know? So you're constantly working hard, whether it's emotionally, mentally, spiritually, or physically. And I feel like it's, for most of you, it's like all of those, right? But Spirit is saying like, you've seen how much it's helped you. I'm getting self-therapy. I don't usually recommend that for everyone because you have to be really, really strong mentally in order to apply self-therapy for yourself. But I feel like most people are strong enough. You can always use a therapist or a consultant of some sort to kind of like, or like, you know, a spiritual consultant like I am, a tarot card reader or some sort to kind of guide you. But like ultimately, you know what kind of concoction is the best for you. You know, it might be multiple little things that can help heal you. So you might want to look into multiple people's perceptions of what can help. But also like your view of reality might be slightly different from other people. So it's not like a one size fit all at all. Definitely not. But you along the way kind of figure out what works for you, how you kind of live life and see life. And it feels like your hard work is paying off. So what's happening? Pile 12. Okay, I totally forgot about your person. Well, what do they want to say to you? I wish I could take back my words. And I came out in reverse. Yeah, so I feel like your person, Pile 12, like feels really badly about how they handled this connection. Because they see it now, like now that they have some space from it or they can look back at it, they're realizing like, oh, like she needed my love in other ways. And like, I wish I understood that and knew that then. I think your person, Pile 12, they are seeing someone else go through that struggle or like, you know, a family member or something or another friend going through the same struggle that you have, and they're understanding that. Maybe they saw it in a movie, maybe it just hit them like a lightning bolt, they kind of got it, or maybe you told them, maybe you figured it out and you told them, and so now they're kind of looking at the past connection with you through different lenses, and they're like, oh my gosh, like was I that stupid? Like did I not see that was going on? Like dang, like that was so bad of me. Like, oh, I should have been there for them. Like, oh, I wish I handled things differently. So they're having those kind of moments with you. What else do they want to say? Rediscover your zeal. pay attention to the passion you are feeling for discovery, learning, exploration, spirituality, travel, your work, or your relationship. Passion and desire go together, especially as inspiration. Wow. Yeah, that covers everything. Yeah, see, that's what's manifesting for you. You love to discover. You love researching, learning new things. You love exploring. You have a very, very curious mind. Which is spirituality is good for that, because like spirituality pushes the boundaries of science, what people can think, how people behave and why, like anthropology and psychology. It pushes your beliefs. It pushes you to put yourself in other people's shoes and what they believe and how they perceive life and all this kind of stuff. Travel, your work, relationships, and to kind of have a balance in your life, to explore new different things, get yourself out of your head sometimes, and find appreciation in everything you do for work, whether you're like, you know, a packager at a factory, or, you know, you're the CEO of a company. Like, if you don't enjoy your work, like, you're not in your flow state. And your relationships. So not just your romantic love relationships, but your relationships with other people, your friends, you know, your family. So I feel like you're the kind of person, pile 12, that I can zoom out and you'll understand that, like, hey, there might be something there with masculine energies that you might need to heal. And it can be really good. It can be really fun if you can just find some guys to hang out. No, I mean healthy guys that can really care for you and nurture you in the way that you need. That's why I'm saying, like, it could be your partner. They can be like that kind of person for you, but you kind of have to let them know, right? Like, that's what's happening. Like, you need moments of like that energy that might be separate from romantic energy, because like some people, they might be attracted to you. You're very skilled. You're very, you know, impressive as a person. You worked hard to be a very impressive person. You know, you've gone through a lot of experiences to be that impressive person, but, you know, you might, you know, not everyone's going to be willing to sign up for that. And, you know, people are going to be attracted to you, but they might not understand what they, you know, what you might need from them. And, you know, they might not be up for the challenge. They might not be the right energy for you. But some people are. And so you just kind of have to be aware and ask, hey, like, sometimes I need this kind of energy instead of romantic love. And when this energy is healed, I would love to do it with you. I would be more in my romantic energy most of the time. But in the beginning of this connection, for several weeks or several months, I might need this type of energy more. You know, if they say yes, great. If not, then that's fine. You can find other fatherly, brotherly energies that are healed masculine energies that you can be around. You can even find them, like, instead of a physical person that you can communicate and be around, like through YouTube and other means, you know, like social media personalities, but, you know, the good, healthy ones, not the stupid ones. But I do sense that you will be getting like a brother or father type energy around you, or both, or multiple. Like, you know, if it's like a friend group or like a class, or, you know, a like-minded community or something that will be able to give that kind of energy for you. And that's going to really not hold you back anymore. Not like it was in a big way, like you're already achieving big, big things. Even if people don't recognize it as big things, like you are meant to achieve big things that are public, that are visible to others. But you've already achieved, that's because you already achieved big things behind the scenes, the things that people couldn't see. And so this might be something that's kind of slowing you down, not really holding you back anymore, but slowing you down. And once you heal this energy, and it only takes several weeks, several months, you're going to see how far you can skyrocket. Pile 12. Okay, and so what's the theme of this reading? Kind of spring. Yeah, I'm getting this kind of like new energy, new life. I feel like you're entering a season of your life that is like you're seeing the possibilities, you're getting the opportunities, like things are starting, even love is starting. You're going, like, I'm getting mating season, like you're a beautiful Giselle and you're getting hunted by a lot of powerful, handsome, I don't know, deer. Is that the male version of Giselle? Deer? Whatever. But yeah, spring has sprung, and I feel like you feel so hopeful. You have your energy back. The well is cleared. You're receiving as much energy as you put out, and you're gonna see your creative projects, your passion projects, in everything explode. Not just in your things that you're interested in, but like everything. I feel like you're gonna be interested in everything now more, just because there's new energy in it. Your relationships with others, your romantic love life, your work, your travel, your interests, they're gonna spring. So yeah, pile 12, if you can just kind of hang on and do this inner work, look at this, Knight of Pentacles, you get your wish granted. So yeah, just keep in mind that this kind of energy is coming in for you. Wish granted in the physical now, because I feel like a lot of things that you've done has been kind of solo, or not many people know about, kind of behind the scenes, kind of quiet, and there's still big things, and I'm getting that you're going to see like the physical representation of that finally manifest in your life, where you get to do fun things that you get recognized for, that's instead it's out there with your hands and in the world, rather than mostly like in your mind or in your heart and at home. Okay. See, you feel so safe and secure at home that now you can travel and go out there. You get that? So you might have been spending a lot of time at home, even like physically, recently, just in the past few weeks or few months or something, because you're kind of... I'm getting like you've done a lot of like inner work to feel safe at home. And now you're feeling so safe at home that you're willing to travel and leave. A lot of people who go through trauma, is like big or small, like they kind of have similar, cycles, milestones. Okay, heart, deep love and affection and caring. Yeah, aw. So this is a sign from spirit that you're gonna get a lot of love from a lot of masculine energies, and a lot of energy, like from males and females, from good friends, from good community members, and also romantically. So I'm getting you're gonna get a lot of attention. So you get your pick of the fish in the sea. But yeah, you're gonna feel overwhelmed with the amount of love people give to you, and affection and compliments and energy. It's gonna be nice. And pineapple, reconciliation. Okay, so I don't know if there's someone that kind of was I got sun too. So even if you have like a sun and you feel disconnected from that sun, that could be also a sign that you might find another kind of energy to nurture in that similar way. Yeah, so I feel like you're gonna have a reconciliation when you kind of heal an energy that was kind of blocking you. You're gonna see examples of that energy in your life come back. So a lot of negative, toxic masculine energy that was in your life, they might come back into your life because you've healed it within yourself. You might see the connection with them also healed. So even if you had like bad experiences with exes or something like that, you might come back and then you're like, okay, water's under the bridge, no bad blood here. Like I don't there's no anger or hatred here anymore, something like that. Or I forgive you. There might be a lot of forgiveness. This could also be with family members. We mentioned fathers and brothers a lot. It could be grandparents, it could be sons, or it could just be someone who has a lot of masculine energies. It could be the mother or daughter or sister who is just kind of more focused on everything physical and not give you any attention emotionally, or just any attention, or try to understand you. That's what people need from all types of energy, all types of relationships, is some sort of understanding and love and support, that kind of thing, right? The basics. So I feel like you might see some people come back, and you'll notice that the energy between the two of you has been healed, or their energy has kind of leveled up, or you're gonna big time notice that you've leveled up, even though you have been leveling up forever. You're gonna notice, especially, this is like when you see the proof in the pudding, when you've done that much healing work and clearing, and your energies, like, they come back and you see it. You see it. You're a better person now. You're a bigger person. Like, people listen to you, or they see how much you've matured, how you see things from a higher perspective, and all that. All right, last card. Lobster, financial pinch, and it came out in reverse. The pineapple, the lobster, I'm getting kind of sense of actually a lot of abundance, a lot of financial abundance, and a lot of the ability to travel and experience new things, whether it's in your home, through food, through restaurants, in your neighborhood, or traveling over the weekend, or traveling overseas. Whatever it is, I do see a sense of, like, the spring, the lobster, and the pineapple. I'm getting very, like, spring and summer vibes. I feel like you're entering a cycle in your life, a season in your life of abundance, where things are good, things are sunny, hard work is done. You're definitely entering a period of your time where things are more peaceful, more calm, more happy, more joyous, less difficulty, and just doing more things that you enjoy. And a lot of areas of your life being fun and enjoyable and positive, moving upward and successful. A lot of, relationship, romantic and otherwise, really good. Relationship with yourself and with your new life, really good. So Pile 12, I'm so happy for you. I'm very, very excited, and leave me a like or comment if you resonated with this pile, because this pile, you could tell it meant a lot, and like this is a deep one. This is one of those, like, ones that, like, if it resonates, like, I feel you. A lot of other folks would feel you. We don't talk about it enough. This was a real one. But yeah, leave me a Pile 12 so I know. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light.